like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the Lions Den community. And don't y'all forget to subscribe to the podcast show. Link will be pinned in the top of the chat.
Just name the channel who could bang with us. I'll prove that you are smoking dust. GTV Media is top notch in this game, y'all. You failures only have yourself to blame, y'all. Cricket TV and a weapons make you suckers cry. Why don't you close your channel, crawl into a hole and die? Shout out to those who love our movement, no, we'll never flop until you get your mouth on LGBT. We are the underground outfit, y'all. We built this whole thing by ourselves, no in y'all. Independence up with self-preservation. If you can't take care of self, then how can you build a nation, y'all? Yup, we got that merch for the ladies and yes, we even got that merch for the babies and we got appliances and everything that you will need. We got some banging songs that make anemic haters bleed.
All right, salute everybody for tapping on in. Like, share, subscribe. Press 1 if y'all can hear me in the comments, man. If you guys can hear me in the comments, press 1. Got a mic check, 1 2 1 2, and we're gonna get right into this video, man. As it's going down, man. It's definitely had gone down. Y'all can hear me? Salute everybody. All right, man. So hopefully y'all having a great day. And let's get into this video, man, and talk about this situation with Trump and Elon Musk. But Elon Musk, I thought about this. Elon Musk, I believe, have exposed himself in this whole situation that has gone down with him and Trump. Elon Musk has now erased his infamous tweet right there. Elon came out a couple days ago and stated that President Donald Trump was in the Epstein files. Elon, for some reason, has now erased that tweet. Elon has been going back and forth. He's been going off on people that have been trying to get into his situation with Trump. Most recently, with former Trump strategist Steve Bannon. I'm going to tell you what happened with that. But I saw something with Elon Musk, man. Elon Musk put a lot of his money behind Donald J. Trump's campaign. I wondered why. And I thought about it. Elon Musk, I believe, and I do believe, not only just with Elon in general, that a lot of people get behind these campaigns in order to have some type of control or get some type of favor from the president of the United States. Not just Elon, I'm just saying in general, all these people that you see with big money, they get behind and back these presidents. It's almost like they try to have control over the free world. You understand what I'm saying? So by investing, you feel like you got control, because the instant that Trump did something that Elon did not like, their whole friendship, fake friendship, I should say, got thrown out the window. And now all of a sudden Elon says, "Hey man, Trump, you in the Epstein files, this, that, and the third." I mean, look what he wrote. I just want y'all to look at this. Look what he wrote. He says, because this just gets better and better. He says, "Go ahead, make my day. Mark this post for the future. The truth will come out," he said. He said that trying to drop the really big bomb, Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day. Well, Elon's morals and his ethics must come into play. And this is why I say this, and this is why I tell y'all I don't vote. I don't get none of this politics stuff, because I feel like all this stuff has dirt all over it. All of the politics, on all sides. You understand what I'm saying? Elon If you knew, we all understand what type of person Jeffrey Epstein was. Pretty much everybody uh, doesn't like anything about Jeffrey Epstein from what they've heard about this guy. Uh, so if you're linking a person, or if you know somebody who was actually involved with him in these situations and on that list, why would you back them if you're Elon Musk? Why would you back Donald Trump knowing that he's on those files and knowing that he wouldn't release those files? If you're a truthful and honest person, Elon Musk, why would you back Donald Trump knowing what Epstein was charged with? But you said that Trump didn't want to release the files to the free world because he was in them. What does that say about your character, Elon Musk? What does that say about you as a person? You know what it says? It says that people like Elon Musk, we would have to think, would overlook all types of evil if it benefited his pockets. Let me say this again. It lets us know that guys like Elon Musk would overlook any level of evil if it benefited his pockets. Because why did he get into it with Trump? He got into it with Trump because it would be something that would affect him business-wise. Not because of something that would have an overall big effect and not effect on the country, but something that would affect him in the major part business-wise. It goes to show you guys that Elon Musk, and not only Elon Musk, but all these other big financial backers who, for the most part, in my opinion, use their money and their influence to help gain control in a way over elected officials. And you don't just see this with the presidency. You see this all the way down. You see this with governors. You see this with mayors. You see this all the way down. If you guys ever watch The Wire, you always follow the money. That money was in The Wire. That money was going all the way up to governors, mayors. It was going up to city mayors, to the governor's office. That money was controlling damn near everything. The only thing they didn't get to was to the dang on president in that story. But it shows you how the money came from it was money that was dirt money that was coming from the streets. From the streets that was getting up there to the mayor's office. And so, influence. Here's the thing. Trump, whether you like him or not, he's going to do what he wanted to do regardless. Let me repeat myself again. Whether you like Trump or not, see, the thing I think Elon Musk miscalculated with Trump is that Trump was going to do whatever the hell he wanted to do either way. Now, does that mean that Trump is right or wrong? We're going to find out. But it shows you that Trump was going to do what he wanted to do as far as his situation is concerned, regardless. Now, you got the vice president going off on Elon Musk, saying, oh, he made a big mistake. J.D. Vance, he getting in line. You understand what I'm saying? Then you got Steve Bannon, right? Former Trump strategist. Steve Bannon's going all over the place. He going off and telling people that Trump should sign an executive order calling up the Defense Production Act and seize Elon Musk's SpaceX. These are the games that they like to play with the world. Matter of fact, let's get into it a little bit. It's got me interested.
Know anything. He's a know-it-all. He knows some engineering. Don't get me wrong. I give a hat tip for that. But he doesn't know anything about the real world. Doge was, for any fanboys that still exist, when you're wrapping up in your cape tonight, understand on Doge, he didn't find any fraud. There's plenty of fraud out there. He didn't find, this is President Trump's first complaint. Was this all BS, right, with the Doge? The act that President Trump should be taking immediately, I think, when he threatens to take one of the big programs out of SpaceX, President Trump tonight should sign an executive order calling for the Defense Production Act to be called in SpaceX and seize SpaceX tonight before midnight.
That's crazy, bro. So this article says that Elon Musk hurled slurs. Think about this now. So after he said that, after Steve Bannon said, yo, you need to take SpaceX, Elon Musk went bananas. The article says Elon Musk hurled slurs after former Trump strategist Steve Bannon called for the president to seize SpaceX and to deport. Not only did he call him to seize SpaceX, but he said deport this dude, Elon Musk, following his public tirade against President Donald Trump and his support for Republicans' one big, beautiful bill. It says that Bannon rallied against Elon Musk and his work with the Department of Government Efficiency during Thursday's episode of his War Room podcast, in which he claimed that Donald Trump was upset that Elon Musk didn't find any fraud. He says when he threatens to take one of the biggest programs out of SpaceX, Trump tonight should sign an executive order calling for the Defense Production Act to be called and seize SpaceX tonight before midnight, Steve Bannon declared. Clips of this part of the podcast were then shared on Elon Musk's X platform, where Elon Musk has some choice words to reveal his thoughts towards Steve Bannon's ideas. Now, Elon Musk called Steve Bannon a peak R word. Peak, R-E-T-A-R-D is what he called him. This is what these guys do. You got these grown men. I want to show y'all this. You got these grown men who are supposed to be in leadership positions, whining like little babies whenever they don't get their way or wherever they get in an argument. This is what y'all call leadership? This is supposed to be leadership. I'm going to show y'all this now. This is what then Steve Bannon went on, right? And he doubled down on that hours later in another comment after another user shared the same clip and said that Steve Bannon is a communist. R word. I ain't gonna just tell you. I'm just gonna show you. And this is the type of immaturity, foolishness, and ratchetness that you have going on in positions of leadership, supposedly, in the United States of America, man. And that's why this right here exposes everything. It's like when you don't get your way for something, people whine like little babies, man. It's disgusting to see the levels of absolute buffoonery and foolishness that this entire situation has exposed to the world. I'm gonna show y'all something right here. These are the actual tweets from a grown man that's supposed to be in a leadership position. What do you say to stuff like this, bro? I want you to think about that. This is a grown man that's supposed to be in a leadership position. Supposed to be the richest man in the world. But this is the type of stuff they out here saying in the public. What do you expect the up and coming youth who are studying, who are in law school, who are in, you understand what I'm saying? Grad school, and all these other things, who potentially may want to get into politics or stuff like that. What type of leadership is this? Then he says this. And to the person who says you can't complain about leadership if you don't vote. Yes, you can. Because that's the reason why you don't vote. Let me say something to you, ma'am. If it ain't no good options, you don't choose the option just because. Because not voting is an option as well. That means that I ain't gonna sell my ass and vote for something I don't believe in. I only vote for what I believe in, ma'am. And I don't believe in none of that shit. I don't believe in Kamala. I don't believe in none of these people. None of them. Look at how these people talk. Alex Lopez says you're making it look like you're on Elon's side. Me saying that Elon Musk got exposed is making me look like I'm on Elon Musk's side. Okay, buddy, try again. Try again, buddy. Try again, buddy. Try again. Try again. Denise says, no vote, you're ignorant. No, you're ignorant because you're programmed. You're programmed to, I have to vote. No, you don't have to vote. Let me say something. Let me give everybody an example right here. If I have, I'm not even talking about the candidates that's in the race this past election, the last election. I'm giving you an example. If I have two people that rob and steal, one person stole more than the other person, am I supposed to just vote for the person who stole less because they stole less? No. If I don't morally feel like I agree with either one of them, I ain't got to vote. That's a right too. See, here's the thing. You guys, a lot of y'all misinterpret the rules. You have a right to vote, but you also have a right not to vote. This is the same thing as in the court of law, ladies and gentlemen. You have a right to testify, or you have a right to plead the fifth. That means you don't have to testify. Just because somebody sent you to court, don't mean you got to testify. You have a right not to testify. You just practice your right to vote. Me, I will vote when it's somebody that's on a ticket that don't care about no party, that don't care about no association, that don't care about themselves, but cares about all the people. When you put somebody up there like that, that cares about the problems of the worst of all the people that we have in our world, because see, to me, that is the root of the problem. To me, when you care about the worst of all people in this world, see, what that does is when you focus your attention on fixing those problems, instead of sending trillions and trillions of dollars to countries of people who don't give a damn about us whenever we going through shit. How many countries you see volunteer to come give the United States money after we gave them all our goddamn money for decades, centuries? We've sent all this money to all these different countries. Whenever we go through any type of natural disasters or anything, how many of those countries send us money? I'll wait. How many of those countries send us aid? I'll wait. How many of those countries where we send all of our money to help these countries? How many of them ever? That's not no friendship. A friendship's supposed to be give and take. Not me do everything for you. That's facts. So how about we take all that money that we've used to help people who never help us and help ourselves? How much money will we save if we stop helping people that don't even care to help us when we got situations? You hear about the United States sending trillions and trillions of dollars to help other countries all these years in humanitarian efforts. But whenever the United States is going through any disasters, what about all the floods that was down there? And what was it, Florida? What about all the natural disasters that have gone on in the United States? What about 30 years ago, 9/11? How many other countries sent aid? to the United States of America. Y'all get mad at me, but I'm standing on business. See, let me tell you something. All that money that we send in to help other people, and don't nobody send to help us. Now, would you call that a good friend? If whenever they got a problem, they look at you to bail them out. But whenever we have any problem, excuse me, this woman says you're not doing anything to help about it, says Jesse James, you're a goddamn lie. You don't know my life. You don't know my life. I've dedicated my entire life to giving money to the poor every single day. I give my money to the poor. I give my time to the less fortunate. You don't know that, Jack. So know your role and shut your mouth, boy, when you coming in here talking to a real one, nigga. And I got the scars to prove that shit too. I just don't come on YouTube bragging about it every single day. Now sit down and shut the hell up. And when I do things, I don't charge. I do it for free out of my pocket, sucker. These are facts. So what I'm saying to everybody that's listening to this video is, when we start talking about all the most important things in the world, this is what I try to tell y'all. These people don't even know nothing about me, because I can get real surgical on these people. I can get real surgical on these people, deep on these. Oh, I'm talking about everybody. Because see, here's how I think. When you show me a candidate that's going to say, hey, man, all these people that ain't been helping us, we've been helping these people for years, sending trillions and trillions, guess what? I'm going to go help the worst people in our country. All that money we send them, I'm going to help rebuild communities, rebuild neighborhoods, help all of these young people come up in a better way. Why? What does that do? It helps cut down more crime, because now people feel like they have something. They feel like they have opportunities all around the United States. When people feel like they have no opportunity, that brings more crime. That brings more violence. When people have time to do foolishness, that allows them to get involved in more stupidity. All these things are very, very important in the upbringing and how you're directing the turn of the entire country going forward. Not only that, let's talk about something else. When we start talking about some real issues, like when people out here making false allegations on other people, they should have prison time or the same amount of prison time as the allegation that they put against a person would have drawn that other person. That way we have people to stop from making false allegations against each other. What else? Child support. I believe that we should be more stricter on child support on both sides, where it should have more transparency, where you just don't have to go in court and give money, whether you're a man or a woman, to the other side just because they said so or because they got a lot of money. You should have to be able to show an account. You should be given a card. What do I mean, a card? You should be given a card specifically designated for child support. That way we see the money is going to where it's supposed to go. That way we stop having an abuse of that system. Right? It's a lot more other things too that we should be addressing. But I believe that if everybody on all sides were to think about, how do we stop violence? How do we cut down violence? How do we do all these other things? When we talk about healthcare, things like that, I don't believe that any person in this room right here, let me tell y'all something. I believe if any person in this room got hit by a car and walked into a hospital, I believe they should immediately be given care. I don't think you should be able to be allowed to drop dead in the waiting room because, oh, well, you don't have any health care. That's inhumane in my opinion, and that's bullshit. If I see somebody that's hurt in front of me, I don't give a damn. Money is the last thing that's on my mind right then. It's supposed to be helping this person try to survive. And to the person who says I'm being disingenuous, you a damn lie. I'm telling the whole truth, sucker, and you mad about it. See, what happens is when you get people that only think about themselves and what is going to benefit them financially, that's when the problem comes in. See, because when you talk to me, when you talk about all this money people are spending on medications, older people who are getting sick, who can't even afford their medications. Why are these medicines and stuff all these crazy prices and still going up? People can't even afford to get these medicines. They can't even afford to get, and then why are people hooked on these medicines? See, me personally, I get deep into whatever you think you can get. So to the person who says you're proving people's point, no, I'm proving my point. My point is, ain't nobody up here that's talking about what I'm talking about. So that's why I ain't voting for nobody. And when somebody get up there and talk about what I'm talking about, then I'm gonna vote for somebody. Period. I want y'all to think about this. Since we got a lot of mathematicians around here, somebody in the comment section, go into the comment section and y'all tell me, in the last 100 years, how much money has the United States of America given to other countries? Total. It has to be a gazillion dollars. Now, I want you to take that. See, now this is what I want everybody to understand right here what I'm saying. Take all that money that the United States have been humanitarians around the world, and then this is what I want y'all to do. Go count up in the last 100 years how much money, I ain't even saying one country, all the other countries combined have given to the United States when they went through disasters. When the United States have went through disasters and terror moments in the last 100 years, how much money and aid have all the other countries combined given to the United States, who've always helped all these other countries? It ain't even close. It ain't even close. It's not even close. Now, think about what I just said right here. What happens, you guys, if you take what I just said, right, and you take all that money that we have given to all these other people that don't even think about either paying you back or even trying to help you back. I ain't even talking about, I'm talking about they ain't even attempted. They haven't even attempted to help the United States of America. But we always helping everybody else. Think about that. Right? It's supposed to be a give-take relationship. That's like, ladies, if you always give to your man, men, if you always give to your lady, but you never receive in return, what type of relationship is that? What type of relationship is that? That's not a good relationship to me. That is a one-way relationship to me. I thought a relationship was supposed to be two ways. So then take all that money that we have used as a nation to help all these other countries from going under, when we got people that's in our country that are sick. We have people that are in our country that are in need. We have people in our country that are dying that we ain't even helping, but we helping everybody else worldwide. I want y'all to think about that. Think about that. Think about that. I really want y'all to think about that. Because, see, some people, they don't look at this stuff, man. And I'm going to give you the real with it. I'm going to give you the 1,000% real. Matter of fact, I can do better than that. I can show you a picture, right? And I'm going to see, I'm going to do this. See, I'm going to show y'all something, right? I'm going to show y'all something. And I want everybody to see what I'm talking about. I'm really going to show y'all something, man. Because I want everybody to see what the hell I'm talking about today. Y'all gonna see what I'm talking about today. Because, see, people want to get surgical with this thing. We're going to get surgical with this thing, man. You know what I mean? We're going to get surgical with this thing, man. And I'm just being real with y'all. How can you help others when we can't even help ourselves? And if we were helping ourselves, guess what? We would have less crime. We would have, you know what I'm saying? Better homes. We would have better communities, right? Think about this: less murders, less robberies. The robbery rate gonna go down if more people are having jobs, if more people are able to grow up and have a better quality of life. See, I'm gonna show y'all something. Before I leave out this video today, I'm gonna show y'all something. And then you make the decision on your own. I'm gonna show you, and you make the decision on your own. I'm leaving it at that. You know what I'm saying? But y'all know how I stand. When I stand on business. And I mean what I say. Point blank period. And can't nobody shake what I say. I mean what I say. And I stand on what I say. So I'm gonna show y'all something before I get out of here, and I want y'all to think about this. Right? Everybody that's in the chat room. Let me show y'all this. You see this? You see this? All these things I'm telling y'all about in the United States of America. This is messed up, man. I want y'all to think about this. Everybody has not had the benefit in this world, in this country, I should say, as everybody else. Hasn't happened. Everybody is not able to grow up with a silver spoon in their mouth. I thank God every day I grew up with two parents who were able to help and provide for me. Two parents who work hard, two parents who were able to be put in situations because they had two good parents. They were able to provide for them and work hard for them and help them. But everybody doesn't have that. Some people don't have mothers and fathers. Some people don't have that. Some people literally are put out and thrown out on the street. Why as a country do we see it apropos to always help other people? But we got our own problems, our own people that's out here begging for help. We can't even help them. All that money that we send to other countries, let me say this again, all that money that we send to other countries to help all these other countries that never help us. What if we took all that money and helped our own country? What if we took all that money and helped our own people? Now, what would happen? Let me ask y'all a question. Why do a lot of people rob? A lot of people rob because they don't have. Some people are kleptomaniacs, which means they have and they rob. They're evil, right? Let me say this to you. Some people will come knock on your door and ask you for food. They will knock on your door and ask you for food. They will knock on your door and ask you for food. You ignore them, you ignore them, you ignore them. The next day, they kick in your door, put a gun to your face, and steal everything. Why? Because when they asked, you didn't want to help. They had nothing. You had something. Think about that. Think about what I'm saying now. You had something, they had nothing. It's just called being a good person, man. That's all it's called. It's being a good person. Caring about people that are going through some of the worst things. It genuinely hurt me to see people like that. People fighting to survive. Somebody's living under a bridge, pushing a cart right now, that wish for one day they could switch and have your lifestyle. One day. They wish they could switch and just have your lifestyle. But we take all of these things for granted until we are stripped of these things. Right? So all the money we send to all the other people that don't care about us and our problems that we have, we should reinvest that in ourselves. That way, more people have less initiative to rob, to steal, to commit murder. Why are people doing this? Because they're angry. They're upset. Nobody asks why a mass murderer turns into a mass murderer. They don't want to get into the psychology of what happened in this person's past that traumatically did something to them. Right? So I think that if you focus on the people that don't have, and in your own country, and try to help those people and uplift those people, I believe that right there will help a lot of the situations coming up from the younger ones. Because again, when people don't have, that puts them in the worst type of mentalities and situations. And a lot of people that don't have are willing to do anything to get it. Right? Think about that. Think about that. And this is the evil of this world. This woman says, you know, you're wrong. I know I'm wrong for wanting to help people that have nothing. No, ma'am, you're scum. You're the scum of the living earth because you're selfish and you only think about yourself. You scum. And you will be dealt with on Judgment Day. These are all facts. These are all facts. And I'm going to say it again. Should no person in this world, I don't care who it is, in the United States of America, be able to walk into a hospital damn near about to drop dead and not be able to get help? That's insane. That's barbaric. That's inhumane. That's savage. Think about it. So all of these real problems that we have, because see, I think more things should be addressed. Percentages in ownership and what they are able to take home versus how much they pay employees. What are you talking about, Ticket? Everybody that's in here, if you work in your job right now and you feel like you're getting underpaid, but you work your ass off, press one. I'm going to ask right now. Everybody that's in here listening to this video right now, if you work a 9 to 5 and you feel like, damn, I'm doing all this work, and you feel like you're getting underpaid, press one. That's all I want to know. Because I know it's a lot of people in here that's working their ass out there like, man, ain't no way I'm getting paid this little bit of money, man. This is crazy. But the owner, from your hard work, he getting paid all the money. Don't you think it should be a fair exchange? That's damn near modern day slavery. See, and how do you know? Do some research on your business that you work at. Find out how much money your business garners each year versus how much money you make. Think about that. Think about people that work at Walmart. How much do people make working at Walmart? What, $40,000 a year? Am I right, y'all? An average cashier at Walmart makes what? And what are they doing? They putting machines up to take them people from having jobs. So they don't put these automatic machines up. People, how they doing it now? And in 20 or 30 years, ain't gonna be no jobs for these people. Think about what I just said now. That's why y'all see all those self-serve machines. They're getting all those workers out of there. That's why you got all these people running around here angry as hell. Because they're getting robbed by their own bosses. Shouldn't there be a fair clause? It should be. See, it put people in a better mindset. If you were getting paid what you're supposed to be getting paid, people be more happier going to work. That has an effect on society. Think about this, y'all. You know how many times that you don't even know it? That you've went to a fast food restaurant and somebody was mad that they worked there was spitting in your food and you ain't even know it. Just because they was mad because they have to work this sorry ass job that's not paying them nothing and they're struggling to get by. Can't even really pay their rent. So they spitting in your food all the time, doing all kind of crazy stuff. You going through the drive-thru, order food, think you cool. Think about all these things I'm saying to y'all. But if people were getting paid better for the jobs that they're actually doing and the work they're putting in, now you have a happier person going to work because they feel like, okay, I'm not getting robbed. Think about what I'm saying to everybody. So most people that was in this chat feel like they're underpaid and they work hard. And some people's jobs, man, you get hurt on the job, bro. You get a serious injury on the job, man, bro, you don't want to see them consequences. Right? So again, man, I just tell everybody, man, like I just think things differently, man. You know? I want everybody to be in a position. See, some people don't live like that. Y'all gotta think about this. Some people don't live in a position to where they want everybody to be as successful as them. Some people selfish. Me personally, I don't care. I put everybody. I hope everybody gets successful. You know why? Because if everybody is as successful, should nobody be wanting nothing somebody else got? Because you got it. Think about that. Think about our world if everybody was on the same level. Ooh. If everybody was on the same financial level, right? But they don't want that. People want to be on higher financial levels so they can look down on other people. I'm telling you this is all stuff I learned from how I was acting when I was younger. Laughing at people, joking on people because they had shoes had holes in them. I wasn't thinking that, damn, their parents is working, their mom is, this dude got a single mother that's working 2 jobs, barely getting sleep, coming home, cooking, trying to do everything she can do to keep food on the table, clothes on this dude's back. He come to school with holes in his shoes and got to get joked on by me. And I don't even know his situation. You know how bad I felt after years of doing that at school? Cracking on dudes and all this other stuff. And I thought about it. I was like, Dad, that was crazy. When you got a little bit older, it was immature. Because you really, when you really look at it now, a lot of these people, they ain't really have nothing. It's crazy, man. And then you got parents that are struggling, fighting to, you know what I'm saying, put good clothes on their kids' back, all this other stuff. Man, they out here charging you $200-$300 for shoes, for some shoes. Just so your kids don't go to school and get joked on and get demeaned. You got parents going through that. A lot of y'all that's in this comment section right now, you guys are working overtime, busting your ass, doing all kind of stuff just to make sure your kid got some decent clothes so they don't have to go to school and get bullied, joked on, and teased and demeaned and come home with low self-esteem. These are all the different things. And then that turns into them turning into having a whole lot of hatred in their heart, a whole lot of disdain in their heart, all these other things that add up that cause more and more problems. Next thing you know, you have all these mass crimes going on and people don't know why. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. That it hurts me that I used to participate in school and cracking on people. I used to be a professional cracker. Go to school, cracking on people every day. That's all we did. We get on, as soon as we on the bus, bro, we on the back of the bus cracking on anybody. You got some Bobos on, we going in. You got holes in your shoes, holes in your jeans, holes in your drawers, even though they like wearing holes in their jeans now. Your shirt is dirty. We ain't even think about the circumstance. Which is why I believe that all the schools should go to uniforms. Name's enemy says you were a bully. No, I wasn't a bully. I cracked on people. That is a form of bullying, though. So I was wrong. And I changed that. I changed that because that was wrong. When I thought about, man, these people ain't got nothing. When I started going around all the different neighborhoods and all the whole world and just seeing poverty just as a whole and seeing how people were struggling at the highest levels of struggle. I was like, damn, dog. Some of these people who was joking on, they really didn't have it. But you didn't know because your mind was immature at that age. Your mind was immature. And a lot of people were like that. A lot of people that's in here was joking on people. Straight up. You joking on people because they ain't got the nice shoes like you got. They ain't got nice clothes like you got. I'm just telling y'all this. They made it a point. Some people came to school more focused on their clothes than they did school. More focused on how they dressed than they did their class. That became a distraction. Y'all want to talk about distractions? That became a distraction. When you check your kid's backpack and you lay out a pair of clothes for them and they got a whole different set of clothes and they change when they get to school, that's the type of stuff that you guys got to check at the front door. It all means something. So when you see guys like this at the highest levels having these type of arguments in front of the world, man, it's counterproductive on all levels. And like I said before, everybody got to understand one thing. If somebody was to come to your door today, damn near about to drop dead, would you help them? Would you open the door and help them? What do I mean help? Would you open the door and call an ambulance for them? Or if you couldn't, would you take them to the hospital if you could? Even if it's just take them to the hospital. I ain't saying you got to pay the bill. Just take them to the hospital. Would you help or would you just ignore it? I asked that because there's a video that was on YouTube, you guys. And you guys can go check out this video. I'm going to try and find it for y'all. It was a video that was on YouTube. It was a shooting in Chicago with kids. It was like 5 or 6 kids. Maybe y'all seen this video. It was outside of this business. It was one car parked across the street and one car that was closer to where we would be on our side, where we would be if we had a camera in our hands, and had 5 kids outside that car. And our arm reaches out the other side of the car and starts shooting at these kids. You know what happened? The kids didn't run. The kids ducked behind the car, pulled out guns, and started shooting back at this car. Then you know what happened? There's I think it's a 12-year-old kid that's ducking bullets in the street. You know what he does? He runs back, jumps over the fence behind it was like a strip mall. He runs behind, jumps over the fence, and runs to somebody's house and begs them for help. They open the door. This is all on camera. They open the door and help this kid, saved his life. But you got to ask yourself, would you do that? I'm gonna see if I can find that. It's on YouTube. It just happened a few months ago. It was one kid that was out there, was 12 years old in the street. The other ones was like 16, 17, 18. They all had guns. So these are the type of questions that I would present to everybody. It's just called being a good person, you know? Hopefully you guys will understand what I'm trying to say today. I ain't telling nobody in this chat room who to vote for, who not to vote for, who to believe in, who not to believe in. You believe what you want to believe. You vote for who you want to vote for. Everybody got a free right to do what you want to do. But I tell everybody, man, I go off whatever my morals, my principles, and my ethics are. Just as a person, right? And so, God, he blessed me. Got a good house, got vehicles, food, water, electricity. But I also noticed a lot of people don't have that. They're not as fortunate. They wasn't able to. That's why I thank God every day. I'm like, man, bro, like when you drive by and you look at some of these people that's living under bridges, that's living in the worst conditions, man, sometimes you got to just be thankful that, man, I could have been in that position. My situation could have been completely different. And you guys got to understand, everybody don't have it to where you could, everybody, some people say, oh, well, you have to go and hustle and go get it. Everybody don't have that type of, you guys got to understand, everybody's mentality is not the same in this world. Everybody's not built mentally the same. For example, some people can do public speaking. Some people can't. They're not built for it. As much as they may try, they can't. They'll freeze up. So I think there has to be a level of compassion when you're thinking about other people and the situations and the things they're going through and how they may be thinking. Right? So yeah, that's just what I wanted to say right there. But I wanted everybody to understand that. But when I look at Elon Musk, Elon Musk came out and said, and yo, we should have over 3,000 likes, yo. Easy work. Y'all smash the like button free. Elon Musk came out and said he knows Trump's is in the Epstein files. Epstein was on trial for sex trafficking, you know what's, on that island. If he knew this and you still backed up a person that you said was on that list involved with this man, what does that make you? What does that say about your character, Elon Musk? Why should anybody trust you if you're able to, in your mind, cover that type of stuff up, but still work with this person because it financially benefits you? So y'all let me know in the comment section if y'all think Elon Musk is exposed. He took the tweet down now. But if that's really the case, and you really felt that way about Trump, why put all that money behind him and back him? Make it make sense, Elon. Why would you back Donald Trump if you felt that bad about him? Why would you put all that money and all your backing behind him if it wasn't to financially benefit you in the long run? I want everybody to answer that question in the comment section. Because, see, the one thing you did see from this situation is that Trump, he always going to do whatever he have in his mind that he wants to do. He wasn't going to let Elon just say, hey, do this, because I put money in you. Do this. Take it how you may. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm gone.
All right, you guys. So we appreciate everybody that popped in, supported this video. Make sure that you guys shop our merch. We got that new A Weapons merchandise right there below this video. All you gotta do is look below. The links will be pinned at the top of the comment section as well to get the merch, to donate, support the channel, and subscribe to our podcast show. You'll see all those links pinned at the top of the comment section of this video. And we appreciate everybody that supports this channel and our networks. Also, that straight drop weight loss formula. Go to the website. You guys will see that. A link for that will be pinned at the top of the comment section as well. Go right there for all of your weight loss needs. Straight drop weight loss formula. We have a lot of testimonials on the website. You can go to www.str-8-drop.com and get you some of the weight loss formula today. Take your weight loss serious. Get in the gym, work out, exercise, and do what you got to do. Stay on point. We appreciate everybody that's been locked into this video. Again, all the links are pinned at the top of the comment section below. Salute to all of y'all. And again, we appreciate everybody who support what we doing over here.